Public now, Mr.
I'm
Solomon.
just going to tie into this. So you're
This
gonna
gentleman, okay, go ahead
all the
then.
costs, or
Go
just the
ahead.
water? On some of these numbers we know are flawed from the beginning. So, like the ambulance service, you're going to go over all the costs in this agreement?
In the future,
No, everything that's in here.
anything that anybody wants is fine, but we'll concentrate on the infrastructure. And if somebody has other questions on it, we'll certainly be glad to entertain them without question. Under other, go ahead, Mr. Foley, how are you?
I'd just like the opportunity to comment on a letter I wrote to the board after the correspondence section. Is that all right?
Go right ahead, sir.
Do you want me to do it now?
Sure.
This is a letter I sent to the Board of Selectmen last Sunday, to the Board of Selectmen of Middleborough, with the recent resignation of Chairman Bond and the allegations of the board being co-opted. I believe that one simple question begs to be asked and answered. As Chairman Rogers states, in a public forum, Monday night, in front of the townspeople and in front of a camera, has Selectwoman Duphily spoken with tribal handler Stephen Graham on any occasion? If so, when and concerning what matters? If this is the case, then I would suggest that the BOS ask the town council for his opinion of whether or not this constitutes a breach of ethics or a conflict of interest. I'm sure that this one simple question will certainly alleviate most of the misunderstanding surrounding this issue. Thank you in advance for your time and attention to this matter.
Well, thank you very much for the letter and the patience. Certainly appreciate that. Ms. Duphily, go right ahead.
I would like to address this at this time. For weeks there have been allegations and insinuations concerning my behavior. At no time has anyone actually spoken to me directly of these allegations, including the 3 people who sent these letters, which one of them is you. The others are Charles, let's see, what's his name, Chick Renfrew, Terry Telosco, and today we received another one, and his name is Scott Bradley. I work and live in town. I'm here every day. I'm here every Monday night, and as a matter of fact, Mr. Frawley, you've seen me here every Monday night, and you've never even said a word to me. You've not talked to me about any of this. So I find that a little upsetting. As to the questions, I'll answer them one at a time and try and go through them and explain what I have come up with. Yes, I have spoken to Stephen Graham. I have met him socially on a number of occasions, always in large groups of at least 25 people. Never have I had dinner with him, lunch with him, or any private meeting. Have I had any contact with the current or past tribal council members? Yes, I have. Always in large social gatherings, never any private meetings. Have I had any contact with Willie McDermott? Not to my knowledge. He could have been in one of these large groups, but he was never introduced to me. Have I had contact with the tribe? Yes, I have. I have attended a powwow at Mashpee and other large social occasions, never any private meetings. I do not know Scott Ferson or anyone from Liberty Square group or anyone from at Mashpee or TCOM or Herb Strather, and I've had no private meetings with any of them. I did speak with Stephen Graham on the day the letter to the governor was being sent by the tribe. A personal friend was having a private conversation in my office with Stephen Graham and handed me the phone. I did not initiate this phone call, but I did ask him why Middleborough was not included in the negotiations with the governor. Stephen assured me that it was a draft letter and that the correction was made and that Middleborough was to be included, and that was the end of the conversation. I do not own land near the casino site. I live on a farm in South Middleborough that has been in the family for 5 generations. I do not receive, I have not received gifts from the investors, ever. I did receive a gift from the tribe of a mug and a t-shirt. And if you find that this is inappropriate, I will gladly donate it. Here's the t-shirt. And there's the mug. Certainly not Waterford. I have always acted only in the best interest of the town. I was not part of the negotiations, as I only came on the board last April. I have no secrets concerning the casino or the contract that I could impart to anyone. After speaking to town council, I was told there is no conflict of interest or ethics violation on my part. I decided to answer these questions to clear the air and to let us get on with the business of the town. We are in serious trouble. We need to get back with the business of the town and not the innuendo and allegations that have no foundation.
Mr. Duphily, I apologize if you think that this is a personal attack. I have never spoken to you before. You have never spoken to me before. I live in town, too. You could have easily contacted me as well. I brought this up.
But I made no allegations to you. I made no allegations to you.
I wrote a letter to the board. I did that with the intention of putting it out there as politely as possible. I meant no personal attack on you whatsoever. If you took it this way, I apologize.
It felt
that
very
was not
personal.
my intent. I did not make these allegations. I just sit here and watch these meetings. That's it.
Well, I really hope I answered your questions.
You did.
because
Thank you very much. I appreciate
There is
it.
no conflict of interest. There
Okay.
is none.
That was a simple question. That's all I asked. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Foley.